Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today I have for you kind of a different video. There's no deck list, you're still going to be seeing some gameplay, but basically I got this skill, Kaiba Corp Bling. If you guys are not familiar with it, it says can be used each time your life points decrease by 1000. I think it used to be 1800. During your draw phase, instead of doing a normal draw a random glossy / prismatic card from your deck. Now my boy Steven told me, and you know, I've tested it and it is true, it will prioritize prismatics, and once there's no more prismatics to draw from, you'll draw your glossy ones, which I think that's insane because you can get, you know, the main card for your combo that you need, and then just secondary cards for when the duel, you know, is still going afterwards, which I think is pretty cool. But you know, it is kind of a gimmicky skill because it really depends on what kind of prismatics and glosses you have, and also what kind of, you know, non-foil cards you have, because even if you have the prismatic and glossy ones that you need, sometimes the engine cards will also be glossy and that'll mess up with your ratios. So it's just kind of a you know, a gimmicky skill. That's partly why I don't have any deck list, because I was trying a bunch of different decks, and a lot of times my decks, not all my deck ideas make it to a video. So sometimes there's a lot of good gameplay that gets lost, and this is kind of just, you know, like a small compilation, I guess, of different decks I was using with this skill. It also doesn't make a lot of sense to show you the deck list, because you might not have the same glossy prismatics that I have. But hope you guys can enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and get into some replays. I also, by chance, found a huge counter apparently to Koaki Meiru, so definitely stick around for that one. But the player could not out this one card, and I was like, this is genius. Why did I not think of this before? I think this is the next replay, so stick around for it. But first, we're gonna start things off with Odyn. So one of the first things I tried was just Obelisk. Everyone has, you know, Obelisk prismatic, and I'm still using my reptilian engine. It's basically the same deck, but I tweaked it to where my prismatic is gonna be Obelisk, and then my glossy cards is gonna be the, I'll show you in a second. I don't remember the name of that card. But we're going to use Cosmic Cyclone to lose 1000 life points, and now we can use Kaiba Corp Bling. As you can see, I'm going to get Obelisk first. Heavy, you know, trap heavy deck, so I wasn't too worried about protecting my life points and whatnot. And this actually helps me because I'm going to take 1000 life points, which means I can use my skill, and now you're going to see the card that I was using as glossy. So for the glossy card, I'm using Reptilian Spawn, which is the second most important card for this combo. You banish a reptilian monster and you summon 2 tokens that you could then tribute for your Obelisk, which is what I'm going to do right now. Tribute all 3, we run into a wall of disruption and take 200 damage from his skill, which is fine. But now that I see that these 2 cards are not a threat, I'm gonna use my Reptilian Spawn again that I drew into because of Kaiba Corp Bling. As you can see, it's super clutch. We're gonna get 2 tokens, use my Token Sunday. Here we just see the chain reaction. He was trying to, you know, destroy the rest of my life points with his skill. That's why he chained that into a monster that doesn't have any attack. But that made my choice even easier. I'm just gonna destroy the 2 left cards, and we win the game. That was Widespread Ruins. So actually, he could have used that to destroy me. I don't know why he didn't use that turn 1. Unless he said the second turn, I don't know. So now for the Koaki counter, quote unquote. Same deck, by the way. I was still using the Reptilian deck. And we're going second. So we're gonna see Koaki Meiru go with, you know, a standard opening Earn Knight into wall. No Maximus, which is very important right here. I'm gonna pick up a Cosmic Cyclone, I believe. Yeah, and we're just gonna set all back row and set our Reptilian Garna, which apparently this guy cannot get over. He summons another monster that is under, you know, that is not over 2000 attacks. So now he can't summon Maximus unless, obviously, he lets one of them die. But apparently this Koaki player is one of those players who really... people say Koaki is a brain dead deck, and you know, that's kind of a big insult, so I don't usually say that. But this guy was like just sitting there looking at this Reptilian Gardener like, I don't know what to do, man. And my immediate thought was, okay, he's waiting for Maximus. At this point he's just drawing cards until we see the Maximus, right? So there's a whole lot of this going on where he's just passing, and I'm like, at this point I was curious. I was like, how long is it gonna take for this guy to let one of his monsters be destroyed? Because it says right there, do not pay cost, and then they're gone. But he's still showing the cards, he's still keeping them on the field. Diamond Core is gonna search an Iron Core, which he already has one because he's been special summoning. So I was very puzzled by that decision. I was like, no Maximus yet, okay. He's still, you know, flexing his hand. And I'm over here like, okay, I'll just draw another card. And I'm telling you, at this point, I'm like baffled. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Is he that afraid of my back row? He could literally summon a Maximus and just pop one back row each time. At this point, I have Obelisk, so I'm like, okay, maybe we'll do something. But really, I just want to see how long is this Koaki player going to take to summon a Maximus. I was like, he has to have a Maximus by now. And then I'm thinking, I keep giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, he's waiting for Maximus. We'll see it eventually. He's not that guy, you know. He's not that brain dead. There's no way. But what does he discard? He discards a Maximus. What else? What else could be more valuable than a Maximus? And at this point I'm like, okay, this guy has no idea what he's doing. As soon as I get my combo, I'm going off, because apparently he cannot get over 2 Reptilian Gardeners. So now you know, boys, for the KC Cup, stuck up on Reptilian Gardeners, they can't get over it. Finally, we're gonna get our Reptilian Basky, which is gonna let me discard that from the hand to summon Heart and Arm Dragon. I go for the Canadian here because I'm trying to get rid of Koaki Meiru wall, so I can set it, and that way I can activate my spells. But obviously I have to get rid of this Sandman first. So we're gonna bait out the Sandman there, clear the field. Really what I was trying to do is clear the back row and clear the monsters and just hit him with one big attack. I try to bait the negation here with Cosmic Cyclone. It doesn't go through, but I still get rid of a back row. So now I can just use my second Canadian. Flip it over, go into Obelisk, summon 2 tokens, use Token Sunday to get rid of the monsters, and hit him with that sick 4000. Because I had to put him out of his misery. I mean, at that point, I honestly think I could have just decked him out. The guy had no idea what to do. And this is a DLV max, by the way. That guy made DLV max. That guy. But anyway, I think this might still be the same deck. I can't remember. I played like 3 different decks. Okay, no, now we're using a Grass Looks Greener deck. And for this one, I thought, okay, I have a Prismatic Grass Looks Greener. My my glossy ones can be Snipe Hunter. But the deck didn't really function the way I wanted it to. It's too slow for this meta. Everyone's OTKing, so I don't really gain a whole lot of advantage from just activating grass. It's more of like setups for following turns. So that's why this deck didn't really do what I wanted it to do. But I have 2 replays with it, I believe. So immediately we're gonna summon the Snipe Hunter because I know he's gonna go for the obvious Spellbook of Fate. He doesn't want me to get rid of his Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, but I have Monster Reincarnation, I have DDR if I wanted to bring back my Snipe Hunter, but more importantly I have that Grasslook Screener. So we're gonna go ahead and get Creator from the graveyard, special summon Creator, special summon Chaos Hunter, and I kind of BM right here. I was like, okay, I know I can win, but I want to see if he can out my Chaos Hunter. And I was pretty confident that he wasn't going to be able to kill me, and I had a follow-up DDR play. If he were to somehow destroy my Chaos Hunter and then banish my Dark Creator, I figured that's the only thing he could do. And he, to his credit, he comes up with a pretty spicy combo. Goes for a Spellbook of Secrets. He's going to add a Spellbook of Power, and I was like, okay, that can power you up to 2500, you can crash. But he has Silent Magician of Fate. Silent Magician of Fate. Silent Magician, I don't know why I said Fate. And look at this, pretty nice play. He's going to get a Silent Magician level 8. He got rid of my Chaos Hunter. And he chooses to banish my Dark Creator, which plays into my favor because now that he's been properly summoned, I could actually bring him back with different dimension reincarnation. But I don't even need to. I pick up a second Dark Creator. We're gonna bring the boy Evil Swarm, Old Lantern, tribute him to get rid of the Silent Magician level 8, and then just hit him with my boy Dark Creator. So a little bit of a BM, but he made a pretty good you know, punish for me not finishing him off, so I give him credit. And this is me using the same deck against an Obelisk. Now my deck does not have an out for Obelisk, but I find a way, and that's what you gotta do when you're faced with a problem, boys. You gotta find a way. Thunder Dragon, pretty cool spicy combos this guy pulls off. Transcendent Crystal, you're gonna get rid of both Thunder Dragons to put some Pegasus. It's gonna go for Rare Value. Thin in the deck, and I was expecting a Rainbow Dragon. We're gonna take the 1800. I can Kaiba Corp Blink into my Grasslook Screener. And like I said, this is more of a, like, if I don't have my Monster Reincarnation, I can't right away go into place. So that's where the deck is just pretty slow. Especially for this meta. And very smart. He would have been locked out if he didn't use his enemy controller right there. So he econ takes to clear up a spot, and I don't get to destroy his Pegasus with my Lantern's effect. I knew something was going to be special summon in order for him to have any chance at beating me this turn. So I'm going to summon Chaos Hunter, send my Bacon Saber, so even more protection in the graveyard. Gonna summon 3 Crystal Beasts and then go for Obelisk. And I'm like, crap, I don't have an out for Obelisk. So I have to go full on defense, and I have to try to survive for 6 turns until this guy runs out of cards. Can I do it? We're gonna activate Evil Swarm or Lantern to pop the guy that was attacking me directly, because he's obviously a threat, but also because I cannot special summon Dark Creator unless I don't have any monsters on the field. So Dark Creator is going to special summon Card Guard, so I can put a Card Guard counter on my Dark Creator and keep him alive, because obviously Obelisk is probably going to be the only thing that can get over my Dark Creator unless he runs Rainbow Dragon. So basically I'm trying to keep my Dark Creator alive for as many turns as possible by using Card Guards. So we're going to get another Card Guard from the graveyard, put another counter on the boy, and we're just walling up. 4 cards left in his deck. Now I'm out of counters, or so he thinks, but what I can do is I can tribute both Card Guards, special summon another one, put another Card Guard counter on it. That is a mouthful. We're gonna attempt to do that again, and unfortunately he hits us with that spicy treacherous trap hole. And all I have left to defend myself is 1 Card Guard. Luckily, he doesn't have something like a Pegasus anymore. All he can do is summon the little cat, hit me for 300. We're gonna use Monster Reincarnation to get our boy Dark Creator back. And at this point, I believe we successfully decked him out. Bring back the card guard, put that counter on him. And I'm gonna destroy the cat just because I didn't want him there. Sure enough, he ends up, so I do a little bit of BM by special summoning Bacon Saber in attack mode. And there you go. He had the mighty Obelisk. I had no out. And I found a way. That's what you gotta do, chat. I don't know why I'm saying chat like I'm streaming, but that's what you gotta do. Comment section, YouTube viewers, I don't know, whatever you guys want to be called. You gotta find a way. And this is one last Obelisk Kaiba Corp Bling deck using, what's that card called? Obedience School. So my prismatic is going to be Obelisk. I don't remember what my secondary cards were, or if I even had any glossy cards. Basically, I had 3 Kribos, 3 Obedience School, and an Obelisk. You know, try to take some damage to get my Obelisk to the hand. Obedience School is gonna summon all my monsters. Go for Obelisk, the Tormentor, and there my guy and his vampires to find a way. Find a way to get over my guy. Part of his strategy is just to wall up, but you know, I have other monsters in the deck, so, and his monsters have 0 defense, so it's pretty easy to just get over them. If you were to try to attack into my tree otter, I have double Kribo, so I'm pretty safe. Samurai Skull is gonna send Scarlet. Bring that back onto the field. Tries to go for the attack. Kribo that guy. And I believe we get a scoop. Oh no, he wants to. No, yeah. I was gonna say, I don't think he wanted to feel the wrath of my boy Obelisk. But pretty cool that we pretty much saw Obelisk on almost all the replays. One time the other guy was using it. But that's gonna be it for this video. Like I said, just stuff I was having fun with this weekend. Sometimes, like I mentioned, not all the decks are consistent enough or competitive enough to make a video on every single one of them, but they still yield some pretty spicy replays every now and then. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description. Along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. And until next time.